comments about the Miss America broadcast and the talent performance by Miss Colorado, we heard from many of you. You let us know that you were offended by some of our comments, and believe me, we were listening. We apologize for our remarks, and we know how vitally important nurses are. But we didn't want to leave it at that. So we've invited the dedicated professionals from NYU College of Nursing to share firsthand what these hardworking nurses do on a daily basis. Please welcome Director of Simulation Learning, Kelly Bryant, and Clinical Assistant Professor Larry Slater. Everyone has come in contact with a nurse at some point in their life. I certainly have. It's several times, actually. And we know how dedicated and wonderful you all are. So on behalf of all the nurses out there, what do you want to tell us about yourselves?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having us on your show. We're very honored to be here to represent our profession. You know, with over 3.4 million nurses in the United States alone and millions more around the world, it's a little hard for me to speak on behalf of all of them, but I'll give it my best shot. But when you think about how nurses are perceived, and you look at the Gallup poll, for 13 years running, we've been listed as the most honest, ethical, and trusted profession out there. But sometimes we don't feel like we're the most respected. And nurses come to the forefront a lot during times of tragedy, you know, the countless amazing women and men that have saved lives after September 11th, or Hurricanes Katrina and Sandy, or the tsunami in Asia in 2004, or our military nurses on the front lines in Iraq and Afghanistan. But the truth of the matter is that there are countless heroic nurses and countless Kelly Johnsons that are impacting lives every minute of every day without so much as a whisper. They're not doing it for the recognition. They're doing it because of their passion and their love and the impact they can have on those they care for.
I want to say, I personally, and I think we all did, we learned a lot this week. Thank you guys so much for coming here. You know, as a result of this situation, I really didn't understand the challenges facing nurses and the need to improve how people view and appreciate what you guys do. And I'll be honest, I think the comments made Monday kind of played into that, and I'm sorry about that. But, you know, every day you guys deal with life and death situations. Tell us about some of the emotional impact of being a nurse.
Being a nurse is physically challenging, it's mentally challenging, it's emotionally challenging, because we're dealing with life or death situations on a daily basis. My background, I worked as an OB nurse, and I'm also a women's health nurse practitioner. And I've had days where I have, you know, helped a woman give birth for 10, 12 hours on my feet. And then there's days where I turn around and I have to tell a woman that, you know, she's experiencing a miscarriage. So that takes a toll on you. As much as they say, you know, leave it at work, it's very hard to disconnect. And it's just challenging overall. You have so many members of the healthcare team. You're kind of collaborating with them to provide the best care to these patients. So it really does take a lot. Communication, critical thinking skills, communication. You're dealing with families, with populations. And for these people, you're providing a lot of emotional support through a very stressful time in their lives.
I know you're working extraordinarily long shifts as well, but my sister-in-law, several of my best friends are nurses, some of the smartest women, people that I know in general. How hard have you worked to get to this point in your career?
Well, when you look at our education, we do have to get a degree from an accredited institution through a very rigorous nursing curriculum. So we take a lot of science courses, pathophysiology, microbiology, pharmacology, and then a lot of nursing-specific courses to learn how to take care of individuals from birth to that end-of-life care in their last stages. On top of that, if we graduate from a baccalaureate program, we have classes in leadership and management professionalism, so that when we go out there and work with this healthcare team that Kelly talked about, that we can not just be part of that team, but we can be leaders in that healthcare delivery system. And once we do all that, we have to take an exam that we have to pass, and once we pass that and everybody tweets and tells all their friends, yeah, I passed, and you apply to the state and you become a licensed nurse.
And I just want to add, too, in addition to your classes, we are also in a hospital setting doing sometimes 8-hour shifts in addition to studying and taking exams. So it is very taxing.
You know, one thing, I have to say, one thing that became abundantly clear to me this week was that nurses wear stethoscopes.
Yes.
I heard that you brought a few of them with you. So let's show me what you do with that.
We sure do. And we brought one for everyone.
Oh, thank you.
I have a few. Thank you.
There you go.
All righty.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's heavy.
All right. I like this. Wow. Very good. But, well, She's dead.
You hear anything? No, it's beating with life. Again, thank you guys for being here. And, hopefully by focusing on this today, we can help better understand and recognize the critical role that nurses play in caring for others and making such a big difference. So thank you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, please help me say thank you to some very special people. Guys, come on out.